Is it clear, Babu? My screen visible to all? Are you able to
Yes,
see my
sir.
screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was the topic yesterday we discussed. Okay. This one we discussed about the nipping. What is the nipping? How again? Just I want to repeat again. What is nipping? So yesterday we discussed one topic, that is the full length leave having the 50% more than the graduated leave. So in which criteria it is 50% more than, suppose this is a full length is greater than the 50% in graduated leave. So in which criteria this is point is raising in stress criteria. So the stress for the full length leave is 50% greater than the graduated leave. This is the yesterday we discussed. So if this is the happening in the leaf spring, so this is the not desirable for the leaf springs. If it is happen, what happen? So whichever is having the maximum stress capacity and whichever is having not less than sustained capacity, so that is going to fail. So because this is the point is raised yesterday, so to overcome this one, we are giving the nipping here. Nipping is nothing but here title itself showing equalized stresses in the springs. Okay, so this one we are making nothing but full length leave stress equal graduated leave we are making. Okay, so to do this one, we have to utilize the material's best advantage. Here indicating better best advantage. So this is going to achieve in two ways. That is, first way, see here, the first point is showing on the screen. By making the full length leaf of smaller thickness than the graduated leaf. So if we do like this, what happens? The length, full length leaf having the stresses, bending stresses is going to reduced due to the small distance from the, so suppose I am drawing, this is the one, initially this is the thickness of the full length loop. So this one I reduced to somewhat thickness t. Okay, so this is the neutral axis. So this is the neutral axis. So if we reduce the thickness, what happens? The distance between the outermost layer to the neutral axis is going to decrease. So because of this reason, what happened? The bending stresses, whatever is there in the full length leaf, because here full length leaf is having the larger bending stresses. So that bending stresses are going to reduce here. So automatically what happening here? We are equalizing the stress, but the disadvantage is because of this one reducing the thickness, there will be more deflection in the spring as compared to the graduated leaves. So see here, this is one is known as full length leaf, and this is the graduated leaf. Okay, so this is the first method. If we do so like this, so what happening? It is overcoming the this one, but deflection is not overcoming full length and graduate length. So this one sometimes we can achieve by this one. And another point is there, another way, by giving the greater radius of curvature to the full length leaf. So see here, this is the full length leaf. To this full length leaf, if we give the greater radius of curvature than the graduated leaf, so we can overcome. So this greater radius of curvature we have to do before the assembling. Okay. Now we have to assemble this one. So while assembling, all springs are to kept together and one main bolt is there. That main bolt is going to inserted here. Okay. So we are tightening here by giving the some torque. So while tightening, so see here while assembling here, because the full length leaf is having the larger radius of curvature than the graduated leaf. So there is a reason there will be gap between the two springs, that is called here capital C. So see here in this first unit we have that capital C, one terminology is spring index for the helical spring, one terminology capital C for the leaf springs are NIP. Don't get confused. Capital C is for the spring index for the helical spring and nip for the leaf spring. Okay, laminated spring. So there will be a gap between the springs here that is known as a nip. Okay. Now see here, after tightening, there will be initial stresses are going to generated in the full length leaf. So that why initial stresses are generating, because we are applying the some torque on the bolt, and because of that reason this is going to tighten. So while it is tightening, so this one is going to compress in direction, this one is going to compress in this direction. So by pressing both towards, so the gap is going to adjusted. So because of this reason, what happening, this full length leaf is going to move the, see here this curvature, the red dotted line is curvature is appearing here. This is going to move shift outward direction in this manner. Okay. So because shifting this one, there will be initial stress, that initial stress also acting in a opposite direction to the applied load. Okay, here this load is applying here. So there is a load is applying here by the bolt. Okay. Now same in the same manner, graduated leaves also having the initial stresses. These stresses are in the same direction of the application of the load. Okay. Now we are increasing the gradually load, means nothing but we are applying the load gradually. So while applying gradually means increasing the stepwise stress. So here the full length leaf is going to release the initial stress. The initial stress is going to release in the full length leaf. Again, because we are gradually increasing the load here, so that's the reason what happening. First it is released the stresses, and again increase the stresses. So the stresses are again also opposite direction. Okay. So while it is releasing the initial stresses, the whatever the gap was there, that gap is going to adjusted here. Okay. So this is happens adjustment totally under the maximum load condition. So under maximum load condition, finally gap is going to adjusted, and finally what happened, our aim is fulfilled, that is full stresses and graduated stresses are equalized. Okay, this type of phenomena is required for our automobiles springs. Okay, now this C we are calculating now here. So to calculate C here, under the we consider under maximum load condition, the stresses are in all leaves are equal. Okay, then at maximum load, the deflections of the graduated leaf will be exceed the deflection of the full length leaf by the amount of gap. So that is the CN. So the statement we can write as graduated deflection is full length deflection plus nip under the maximum load condition. So with this statement we can calculate the capital C as a, okay, wait. So this is the full length deflection plus minus graduated deflection. Okay. Now what is delta F? What is delta G? So this one already we discussed yesterday. Deflection for the full length leaf. So again I'm writing here nip equal deflection for the full length leaf is 6 Wg, because this is a graduated leaf. Wg L cube NGEBTQ. EBTQ. So where Wg is the load applied on the graduated leaf, L is the length, and Ng is the number of leaves for the graduated leaves. So how many number of leaves we are using under graduated leaf? E is the Young's modulus, B is the width, and T is the thickness of the leaf, minus same manner for the full length leaf 4 WF full length leaf into L cube by NF, number of full length leaf, NF EBT cube. EBT cube. So consider this is the equation number 1. So whatever the numbering I am giving, remember Babu, whatever the numbering I am giving to the equations, that equations are going to use in numerical solvations. Okay. So remember this point. Whatever the number I am writing, you have to by heart these equations. Okay. Now, as per our concept, we are equalize the stresses, that is full length equal graduated leaf. So, what is the full length leaf stress? Yesterday, this one also we derived 6W G equal 6W G into L by NG square BT square equal for the full length 6WFL by NBT square. So if we simplify L6 and BT square gets cancelled. So the equation changes as WG by NG equal WF by NF. Okay. So with this we can write the equation WG equal, so here I am writing WG equal NF by NG, WG equal NG by NF by NF into WF. So this one is nothing but NG by N into W. So another equation we can write from this equation WF equal NF by NG into WG. So this one we can write as NF by N into W. So W1, so this is the WG and WF, substitute the in the first equation. C equal 6 into WG, what we get NG by N into W into L cube by NG EBT cube minus 4 into NF by N into W into L cube by NF EBT cube. Now simplify this one, so we will get 2W L cube, directly I am writing final one. If we simplify 2W L cube N E B T cube. So this is the NIP when we equalize the stresses and under maximum load condition. Okay. So now because the see here, so because of application of load, this one we calculated. While tightening the bolt, another NIP is there. So for that, when the load on the clip bolt, the main bolt is required to close the gap, so gap is going to determine by tightening the bolt, that is nothing but equal to the initial deflection of the full length and graduated length deflections, that is C equal deflection for the full length leaf plus deflection for the graduated leaves. So this is the equation based on tightening the bolt. When we tightening the bolt, the load is liquid on the main bolt. So at that time, deflection of the full length, deflection for the graduated length, summing, if we add these two things, the initial gap is going to cover. So what is the full deflection here, full length? So this one we just calculated, nipping, that is 2WL cube in EBT cube. Just now we calculate this one. Now deflection for the full length leaf is 4L cube NF EBT cube. So here actually we have to add, multiply with the W. So I am taking outside full length by 2. So full length is nothing but this equation we are writing based on the tightening the bolt. So nothing but we are giving the load to the bolt. So that's the reason I am writing the WB here. Okay. Now second one is the deflection for the graduate value 6L cube by NG EBT cube. So here also we have to multiply with the W, but I am writing separately here because the load is applying on the bolt, that is WB by 2. Okay. Now if we simplify this one, W by N equal WB by WF plus 3 into WB by 2 into NG. So with this 2 NG WB plus 3 WB WF by 2 NG NF. So with this WB 2 NG plus what we are getting, WB make it common, 2 NG plus 3 WF by 2 NG NF. Okay. Now with this WB equal 2 NG NF into W by N into 2 NG plus 3 WF. So our intention is to calculate the load on the main bolt, which is used to assemble the all leaf springs. So this one is the load acting on the main bolt. So now the final stresses in the spring leaves will be the stresses in the full length leaf due to the applied load minus initial leaves. So with this statement we can write the final stress is equal, stresses in the full length leaf is 6 WF into L by NF BT square minus, what is that, minus initial stresses. What is the initial stress here? 6L by NF BT square into WB by 2. So initial stress is generating due to the applying the torque on the bolt. So that's the reason initial stress is generating on the spring leaf. Okay. Now see here, if we simplify the first equation, 6L. So what is the equation previously we written? This one is the equation. So again I am writing. See here. Again I am writing the equation 6WL 6WF into L by NF BT square minus 6L by NF BT square into load on bolt by 2. Now simplify this one. 6L, make it common, by NF BT square. So WF minus WB by 2 is the inside. Now what is WF, what is WB? Just now we calculated. So substitute these values in this equation. So here 6L by NF BT square. So what is WF? So WF we calculated 3NF 2NG plus 3NF minus, into W minus NF NGW by 2 into 2NG plus 3NF. So simplify this one. So we will get 6WL BT square 3 by 2NG plus 3NF minus NG by N into 2NG plus 3NF. So again simplify this one. 6WL by BT square so what is this? 3NG minus 3N minus NG N into NG 2NG plus 3NF. So simplify again. 6WL by BT square three into NF plus NG minus NG by N into 2NG plus 3NF NF. Finally we will get 6WL by BT square into N. Okay, so this is the finally the equalizer stress value on the spring. Okay, any doubt regarding this, Babu? So shall we move to next topic? If the question is asked to define the nipping of spring, how it is going to overcome, for 2 marks answer, so you just write that the two conditions by reducing the thickness, by giving the initial radius of curvature to the full length leaf, the two conditions, and how the second condition is going to overcome that statement if you write, so that is enough for this 2 marks answer. if the question is asked for the long answer question, this entire derivation you have to write. Diagram plus the two statements and the entire derivation for the long answer question. Okay. Now the next one is the length of the spring leaves. So spring leaves are having a number of limbs. So this is the first leaf. This is the second leaf, third leaf, fourth leaf. So for this, the length of the spring's leaves are 2L1 is known as overall length of the spring. Remember, overall length of the spring from here to here is known as a 2L1. Okay. Now small l, here the small l is there. This small l is known as the width of the band. Remember, width of the band or distance between the centers of U-bolt. So the U-bolt are going to use here. Okay. So this distance is referred as L, distance between the U-bolts. Between U-bolts. Okay. Or it is also known as L means first is the width of the band and the distance between the U-bolts, and third one is the L, small l means it is the ineffective length of the spring. Ineffective length of the spring. Ineffective length means from this region to this region, the spring is ineffective length. The spring length is known as a ineffective length. And NF means number of full length leaves, and NG means number of graduated leaves. Okay. And small n represents the total number of leaves, that is NF plus NG. Full length leaves plus graduated leaf, if we sum the all, that represents the n. Okay. Now here see, when there is only full length leaf is used, means in the spring setup only one full length leaf is there. So at this time, number of leaves consider as a n. Okay. In this spring setup, if you find the two more than one means maybe two or three full length leaves are there, so n number of leaves are considered as n minus 1. If there is only full length leaf means, remember Babu, master leaf. So if there is only master leaf in the spring setup, so a number of leaves should be considered for the equation n. If there are more than one master leaves are there, that then the number of leaves considered as a n minus 1. Remember this point. Now length of the smallest leaf. So which one is the smallest leaf here? So based on the n value. Okay. So length of the smallest leaf. Smallest leaf. So that is effective length. This equation you write down in your notes as effective length. So again I am here writing effective length by n minus 1 plus ineffective length. This is the equation for the length of the smallest leaf. Okay. Length of the next leaf. So means here suppose three leaves are there. One the master, two are the graduated. So first one is the smallest leaf. So smallest leaf, and the next leaf is this one. See here, this is the master leaf. This is the middle, and this is the lowest. So Just now we calculated the length of the smallest leaf, this one. Now length of the next leaf, how much? Next leaf, that one we are calculating now. So next leaf is effective length by n minus 1 into 2 plus ineffective length. Okay. Now similarly for the n minus 1th leaf means, so this is the last before the, suppose this is the another leaf is there, suppose. So this is the last leaf for the graduated leaf. So that is n minus 1. So for n minus 1th leaf is, for n minus 1, equation is effective length by n minus 1 into n minus 1 plus ineffective length. So remember, length in this ring setup, the last part is the smallest leaf. So the length of the smallest leaf is, this is the equation. And above this one, another graduated leaf is there. That is having the more than larger than the smallest leaf. So what is that length? That is the next leaf. That is this is the equation. So this equation you have to remember. And then last in the final leaf in the graduated leaf is this is the one. Okay, this is the one. So in this known as the n minus 1th leaf. So after n minus 1, the final is the full length leaf. So n minus 1th leaf length is, this is the equation. Okay. Now finally length of the full length leaf, that is the master length of the master leaf. So length of the master leaf is, I am writing the equation here, 2 into L1 plus pi into d plus t into 2. So here 2L is the from this center to this eye center to this eye center, and master leaf having the two eyes. See here I am showing in this here. I am showing the master leaf. Okay, here that diagram is not there. So master leaf having the two eyes, Babu, in this manner. Okay, from this center to this center is the 2L1, and this only this center is considering. So what is this portion? This half portion, two sides we are having. So the reason we are multiplying with 2 and d plus t. D is nothing but here diameter, inside diameter of the eye, and t is the thickness of the master leaf. This is the dia of the eye. What is the eye here? This one is the eye here. So these eyes are used to assemble with these springs are assembled to the chassis. Okay. So here the diameter of the eye, T is the thickness of the master leaf. Okay. So this is the length of the spring for the leaf, whatever the number of, how many number of leaves are there, based on number of lengths are we calculated, and finally master leaf length is this is the one. So you have to remember these all empirical relations. Without remembrance you can't solve the problem. Okay. If you want to solve the problem and get the good score in this subject, means all equation of whatever is there in the unit, all equation you have to mug up. Okay. So see here, this is the related problem to the leaf spring, laminated spring. So design a leaf spring. Design a leaf spring. The question is asking design. So design nothing but design is always concerned with the calculation its parameter, means dimensions, whether it is safe or not. Okay. So design a leaf spring for the following specifications. So I am writing the given data first. Given data for the following specifications. Total load is given 140 kilonewtons. That is 140 into 10 to the power of newtons. Okay, this is treated as actually 2W. So whenever we are applying the load on the leaf spring, consider as a 2W, because two sides we are applying. So 2W, that is W equal how much now? 70 into 10 to the power of cube newtons. Okay, now number of springs supporting the load. So supporting springs is 4. It means these 4 springs are supporting to the this load. So each spring is carried how much load? That is 70 into 10 to the power of 3 by 4. That is newtons. Tell me the answer. Now maximum number of leaves. So number of leaves is given here 10. Okay, and span of the spring, that is length between the eyes, is given 2L equal 1000 mm. Permissible deflection value is given 80 mm. Young's modulus value 200 mega kilonewton meter square. So I am writing 10 power of 3 newton per mm square. Allowable stress in the spring material is 600 megapascal, that is newton per mm square. Okay. So what is the load carried by the each spring, Babu? Tell me the answer. 70 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by 4. How much, Babu? Are you there, Babu, or listening class or not? Nobody is responding.
Sir, 17500.
17500. Okay. What, Babu, what I asked? 17. Please repeat again.
17500.
7500 newtons. Very good. Now here question is asking design the leaf spring. So to design the leaf springs, nothing but B value how much and T value how much. These are the main two parameters for the spring, because all are given in the springs here. Length of the span is given, number of leaves are given, okay, deflection value is given, stress values all are given. Only the thing is we have to calculate these two things. Okay, now to calculate these three things, T is nothing but here thickness of the leaf spring, and thickness of the leaf spring means nothing but thickness of the leaf, one leaf, and B is the width of the leaf. B is width of the leaf. This is the thickness. Okay. Now to calculate this one, so bending stress equation we know what is that? Stress equal 6W L cube by NEBT cube. Okay. So here load we calculated, L value is given in the question, number of springs also given in the question, and BT cube we don't know. Okay. So right, substitute the all values here. 6 into 17500 into 5000. How much this L value is given? L value is given 1000. So 2L is given 2000. L is the 500. N value is given 10. And E value is given 200 into 10 cube BT cube. Okay. Now tell me the value what we'll get. BT square BT cube. Sorry, Baba, I written this one deflection equation I written. Wait. 6W into L by N BT square. There is no E. BT square. Now tell me the value. So stress value is given in the question 600. Substitute here 600. Okay. Substitute the all values here. Tell me the BT square value. How much BT square value? Because BT square we don't know.
Eight seven five zero. Sir,
Wait. Total. How much, Baba?
8750.
8750.
50.
Okay. This much we got. Now consider this as a equation number 1. Now from the deflection equation, deflection equal 6WL cube by NEBT cube. Now substitute the values here. Deflection, how much given in the question? 80 equals 6 into 17550. 17500. L value is given 500 cube by N value is given 10. E value, how much E value is given? 200 into 10 cube. B cube we don't know. Now get the value of BT cube. This is the second equation. Tell me the BT cube value. Tell me the BT cube value. How much BT cube?
82031.
82. Please repeat again.
031. 82031.
031. So now second divided by 1. divide the second equation by 1, that is bt cube by bt square 82031 by how much we got bt square value 8750. 8750. So b gets cancelled, t square only t will be get. So tell me the t value in terms of so t how much? Please tell me the t value.
$9.37.
Very good. Now substitute the t value in equation 1. Tell me the b value. In the same manner again substitute the t value in equation 2. Tell me the b value. Means substitute the t value in both equation number 1 and number 2. Tell me the b value. First b1. Suppose first for the first equation b1, for the second equation b2. I'm equation based on the numbering I'm giving based on the equation number. Okay. So what is b1? What is b2? So 9.37.
For B1, 99.66.
99.66. Now what is b2?
$99.71.
99.71. So two b values we have, that is b1 we got from the substituting from the first equation, b2 from the second equation we got. So between these two, which one we have to select for the design purpose? That is the question mark. So after getting these values, which one is having the higher value? That higher value we have to select for the design purpose. So hence here you have to write hence the higher value of B is 99.71 mm 7 mm. So width of the leaf is width of the leaf is 99.71 mm. Okay. So this is the design of leaf spring. Any doubts regarding this problem, Babu? Don't have any doubts?